friends in Norway. And the little dance at the end is Kjerringa med staven. It's a song actually about an old stubborn lady who wanted to jump over the river, but she always fell into it. The next dance is a children's dance. It's called Klopp the Klopp dance, and soon you will understand why. This is one of the first dances that the children learn when they start learning to dance the Norwegian folk dances. So, Klopp Thompson, vær så god! This next one is also from abroad, but from France this time. From Paris, it's called Paris polka. It's a polka from Paris. Paris polka, vær så god. which seems only proper, doesn't it? Join us in the Skål song, please. 1, 2, 3.
Skål, 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 skål. Skål, 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 skål.
This was actually a dance. It's called the ox dance. And it was Lonnie and Dirk. Dirk had taken Lonnie's wife and he didn't like that, so he wanted to fight for her. Isn't that nice and chevalier? Okay, can we now get on with the program? We were interrupted with the Pariser polka, and I like that dance, so I really think you should see the whole of it. So, once more then, ladies and gentlemen, Pariser polka, varsågod! Norway. We have been in union with Denmark and Sweden, and that union exceeded in 1905, and she said, now it's time. She looked into old pictures, old drawings, she found pieces of cloth in different places, and little by little we got all these beautiful costumes. I think we have a couple of hundreds of them throughout Norway. Each little village may have its own, and they're all made of wool. They can be very expensive, up to $7,000 if you have the right silver again, but then again you don't need another formal costume because we wear them for weddings, confirmations, Christmas Eve, and on the 17th of May, which is Norway's constitutional day. Lots of silver goes with it. Some has belts with silver. really take up a lot of space, you will see, and they're really working hard on this one as well. Fryksdalspolka, varsågod! I introduce every dance this Norwegian word, varsågod. It is 3 words, vær så god, and if I translate it, it means be so good. But that's not what I say. I can use it as please, I can use it as you're welcome, or here I just tell them to start dancing. Vær så god. The next dance is Norwegian. Imagine that. Norwegian called gammal reinlender. And it's also a very hard dance to do. It's 8 segments, or turer as we call it in Norwegian. And here again the boys at the end have to be the strong ones. Gammal reinlender, vær så god.
enough battery.
I've already had to change.
Are we ready, or do we still need some instruction here? I think we're ready. Be sporty. Let's go. Tretur fra Fana. Vær så god.
end of tonight's show. He also called the ski trunk or ski trousers or whatever you call it, because we dance it a lot in front of the fireplace after skiing hours and so forth. Lettis polka, varsågod!
special big thank you to the very good talent of our Norwegian folklore dancers. Ladies and gentlemen, giving a great show. Norwegian folklore dancers, the Vikings, ladies and gentlemen, the direction of Mr. Kevin. Let's hear from them. Thank you, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, the Norwegian folklore dancers, and of course, our musicians, all the Royal Viking side.
It's 5 o'clock in the morning. She's coming in Stockholm. bars on the windows for some reason. Ferry dock. Coming to Stockholm.
There's this huge ship behind us. We can't see it, but I'll tell you, you should see it. Cool. There's a hotel in front of us there.
I think that's what?
Asking these guys if they think it's a hotel. I think that's a hotel. That is in front of a house that you would believe. Oh, gosh. Yeah.
Some kind of canal.
It's pretty crowded up there. You better hurry. They had a battle on our hands this morning. Getting on the bus. There are only 2 tours this morning, ours and then a hot air balloon. Which one do you think everyone's going on? Is it? Okay, 1, 2, 3.
It's only a half day.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, great job. Yes, you did.
Oh, wasn't that? I tell ya. Ah, go on.
That was fun. That was better than the real entertainment.
Yeah, see?
we're all, there's the star of our show, the diva herself.
That's not true.
I know. You were great. You looked so pretty. Oh, it was gorgeous. Oh, gosh, it was nice. I think it's just the half-day one. It's the highlights one. Is that an all-day one? Is that an all-day one, the highlights? Yeah. Well, that's what we figured. It sounded like they were going to hit everything. Are you going to see your parents when you're here? Oh, and oh. Oh. That's right. That's right. Aren't you going to be sad? Kind of?
Part of the town that we today name the old town, but for the first Stockholmers that was simply the town. Actually, the architect Nicodemus Tessin, who made the drawings of the palace in 1697 already. He wanted to have all around the royal palace large gardens. If you continue looking to the left, you can see our House of Parliament. That's a smaller building, not so small though, but with a sculpture on top of the roof and of course the Swedish flag. In front of it there is a sculpture made of Carl, and behind the House of Parliament you can see an almost orange colored, very pale orange colored building. That is the government building. So on these islands we have to the left side, because there we have a very beautiful building. This is our Royal Dramatic Theatre. And the Royal Dramatic Theatre is also our best theatre school in Sweden. So inside this building on the left side, lots of our famous actors have learned their profession, like Greta Garbo, Ingrid Bergman, Mats von Sydow and others. After the Royal Dramatic Theatre we arrived to Strandvägen. And I don't think I have to tell you that this is the most exclusive, the most beautiful street in Stockholm. Just look at the buildings. Small decorations, small details that tells us that they didn't spare any costs when they constructed these buildings in the 19th century. The 19th century was a time when they did change a lot in this area. This is the eastern part of the town. Östermalm it's called today. And they started to construct here with the esplanades. And if you look now, you can see one of the esplanades with lots of trees in the middle. So, on one side of the street it's just water, and if you look to the right you can see first those two smaller islands with lots of museums today, but where the marine used to be, and behind there you can see the harbor where your ship is, right behind the amusement garden. I think it must be your ship, isn't it? And in front of the amusement garden, from here also on
Must be the lifeboat.
Yeah, it is. Well, they don't know if it's a lifeboat or this. Yeah, I think. Yeah, let's go to that.
kör förbi allihopa, reda gallfeber på varenda folk.
Look at that.
They have a lovely view from the city hall, don't they? And this is the lake side of Stockholm. So this is the lake of Mälaren. And into that direction we have our third largest lake in Sweden. Imagine. You can only see a little part of it here. And the island in front of us is the same island as where your harbor is. So that's a large island in the lake and in the Baltic. The older parts of the town are down there. I think you can recognize the palace, the large building with like a fence on the roof. In front of the old town there is another island with a church with a black steeple that lived out of Paul's kyrkan. The church of the island of the nobility, and it's in this church where many of our kings and queens have been buried. But it is the second oldest building in Stockholm. Then you can also from here see the smallest island in the town. If you look over there, right in front of the palace, there is a white building between the bridges. The island is just as large as the building. So now let's go inside the city hall, and the entrance is behind the walls over there.
This is the lake too.
This is the lake. She is behind the
This is an organ, and there are 10,000 organ pipes behind this thing. It's the largest organ in Europe. You can actually almost see the pipes behind the white fence. This is where they have the Nobel Peace Prize banquets. And it's 9:45 in Stockholm. 9:45.
Are you looking for the button?
No. I'm panning.
Looks like you're just standing.
You can hear the amusement park. Which is right there. There's the roller coaster. This is a hot air balloon. Right there. Land of the Midnight Sun. These are the locks that take you from the sea harbor up to the lake, which Stockholm is built on. This boat just came through the locks from the lake and is now going on into the sea harbor where our ship is docked. Right there. This big boat is a ferry that's probably coming from Estonia or Helsinki. They go out every night and every morning. They cruise, particularly overnight. Take their cars. They have casinos and shows. This is the entrance to the lock on the seaside, and it goes here. And traffic travels over the waterway, and the lake is over on the other side of the street, which, when we get back, here's the waterway that goes between divided highway, and that's the lake over underneath that highway on the other side. There's a locked gate that lets the water in and out. This is the lake. Sunday morning, so there isn't much activity. I see people out on their bicycles. I walked up this street, and this is kind of a, looks like a town center with streets going in various directions. Again, the narrow alley going out to the harbor.
And we're going to be on both those two waters. We are also going to go in through two locks. These building constructions, you see, they have turned them into some animals perhaps. So, makes it nicer. Yes. Quite a lot of people here in Stockholm have their own boats. As you see, they have sailboats very often, and during their vacation time, we have 5 weeks with paid vacation each year. They would take their sailboat out into the archipelago and have fun. But in case you would stay in the city, you would probably go here on your right-hand side. This is the fun fair of Stockholm called Gröna Lund, or the Tivoli of Stockholm, not to compare with the Tivoli of Copenhagen, however. But that would be quite popular, and it has a lot of visitors from 1 to 100 years old, so there's something for everyone here inside Gröna on your right. You can even take a ferry to that place. It's called Djurgården, and there is a ferry at the end of the old city taking you directly here. Some people are brave, aren't they? Would you pay to do this? No. If I got $1 million, I would think about it, but not before then.
Well, they obviously have paying customers if that.
Which was built a little bit more than 100 years ago and houses folklore things and things from our history from the 1500s until today. And if you want to see things from earlier ages, you have to go to the Historical Museum, which is more in front in the part called Östermalm. Now if you look left, there is a built in our modern museum. That is situated on the small island Skeppsholmen, where there are more museums. Another museum, which is a low yellow building on your left, that's the Eastern Asian Museum, the Storkyrkan, which is a church for the congregation of the old city, but also for the royal family, for instance. That's where the king and queen got married. Now, on the island to your left behind the trees, that's the National Museum with art from different countries, international art, but also a lot of Swedish art. And here on your right is the street of Strandvägen, which houses quite a lot of beautiful apartment houses, built mainly in the end of the last century. Because then we had an exhibition out here on this island called Breg, right where today the Vasa Museum is, Breg. And this is where the rich people of the city of Stockholm live. And you can see perhaps this is where you would see art galleries, you would see a carpet art collection. The hotel is called Hotel Diplomat. And there are banks and very nice shops along this street. There is at the end of the street on your right and other people. Now what you can see right in front of you is, well, it's an office house. I wouldn't perhaps be so interested. However, to the right of that you see a lot of music painted on the wall there. That shows that there is a school, a music school, Musikakademi, over there to your right, where you can also go to get concerts. Like to go and have fun there.
I want to see it.
Yeah, here are different boats, fishing boats, but also there are some boats along these quays here where people live. And you can see actually there are post boxes outside, there is a bicycle outside there, so you can understand that they would live here and it wouldn't be too bad, I can tell you. Now, this is one of the older bridges of the city, and I read that they want to tear it down. We have social democratic majority, and they want to tear it down and build a new one. However, there's a lot of protesting going on, so maybe they are going to listen to us for once and repair it. But I say maybe because I know too well the people who are in power. Yeah. Here on your right, the National Museum. More on your right is with the flag is Nicodemus and he built it in a logical way, like a square with four parts.
The Royal Palace. The old town.
Quite popular area. Now this island that's where the Eastern Asian Museum was. The Norwegian Museum will soon be finished. Next to the island is the Baltic. Right here the water is so sweet. And we're going into the sweet water and we have left this water.
Yeah, he's up there he's the guy that controls it.
That's the light right there. The light right now is straight out.
I think you need, I think you
They
need
got
to
those
go on
white
that
bumper things,
made
they got those white bumper things like they use in Washington.
But get a physician or a clinic or something over here and perhaps they can figure it out.
Red light. Comes the door. It's like your garage door.
Let's do action shots.
We are going out now into the free water. This is the water, the lake Mälaren, where we come into. You still see the old city on your right-hand side, where comes Borg. It is that your Christian Eriksson right in the middle of it. And this has the island of Södermalm on your left-hand side. The largest island of the 14 where Stockholm is built on. Now, in case you would feel like getting a cup of coffee, this is possible because now our Thompson is working on the dock and it's free for my wife, so if you want to get a cup of coffee, you can buy something over there, and we also have some drinks and whatever you might want, a sandwich or a piece of cake or something. You are keeping in case you would like something from it, you can. Now, on your right, you see the last buildings of the old city, and then there is another island coming up called Riddarholmen, where the church with the black tower is. The church here, but it's from Gothenburg to Stockholm, or vice versa, and it's lovely. But we are in Stockholm, so here now on your right, you see parts of the main part of the city. You see some office buildings, a hotel, you see the central of the city. However,
You're still recording.
Not so much that this is now the center of the city. I'm going to tell you about it. It's made in Stockholm and it started out as a prison island. And I can tell you this is a good swimming place and also a good place to dine. Well, we are passing on your left-hand side another small island called Lilla Essingen, and that was during a time the most densely populated part of Sweden because it was so small. However, people built apartment houses on it, and so yes, there were a lot of people coming to live there. During a while, there were 5,000 people living in this small area, in this small island. Lilla is little. Lilla is little or small.
I know how close, I'm not totally sure.
week I was out swimming over on the right-hand side in that cliff over there. We are heading towards this very impressive looking ship here on your right, the Royal Viking Sun. Yes. So I think I have told you quite a lot of things of Sweden, and in case you don't have any more questions, I thank you for today, and it has been a pleasure having.
And we're going out of Stockholm. And this is a real life castle. These are the ferries, one probably is coming from Estonia, one probably coming from Helsinki. You drive your cars right into these things. We're going to create a tidal wave. Is my tape still turning? It says end.
ship there.
And here is our house in Stockholm that nobody knows about.